Right, hello everybody, welcome to another video. Today, it is quite early, I know the transfer window's got about 2 weeks left, but I'm doing my Premier League predictions. I just need to, I think I'll get done. I don't think I have any other time to really do it, maybe on the last week, I'm not sure, but we're gonna do the Premier League predictions now. It is, I don't know about my decisions, some of them, I don't know. To be honest, I'm sorry I didn't do a review of the last year's table, but next year I probably will. But this year I'm not sure. This year I probably will, but I don't know if I will, because I never do for some reason. But that's like 10 months away. I don't know if I'm gonna. But we're just gonna get straight into it. We're gonna start with 20th. I have put Brighton. That's right, Brighton. I just think they're going to get the way they ended last season. They were absolutely shocking. They stayed up for a few points. They should have easily stayed up, but they such had a bad start to the end of the season, like bad end to the season, because they lost 5-0 to Bournemouth. They lost 4-0 here, 5. It's stupid. They kept losing and losing. They had a really bad season. And they sacked Chris and they've got Graham Potter, who doesn't even know. He's had a season in the Championship with Swansea. Yeah, he's had a season championship with Swansea, and he's been at Ostersunds the rest. So I don't know how he's going to do, but we'll see. But I just think they're going to go down in 20th. And then in 19th, I have put Newcastle United, because the thing is, I just think they're going to go down because they've got Steve Bruce manager, not the best manager to have, especially to replace Rafa. Their owner's an idiot. Never gives them anything. They've sold Eliza Perez, Joselu, and didn't even get Rondon back on loan. He's gone to China. So they've lost their three strikers. They don't have any strikers. Their squad is as thin as hell, and it's just like, I just think they're gonna go down because they're not. You see that? Just a manager, all sorts of different situations. They're just not good enough then. And 18th, I put Sheffield United. I think I'm the least confident on 18th. Because, well, I think the only one really confident is Brighton are going to go down. But Sheffield United, yeah. I just think they're signing players from Scandinavia. They're not. I don't think their squad's good enough to be Premier League. They're just like who was it? Cardiff, I think. They're maybe a bit better than Cardiff, but I don't know. I don't think their squad is good enough. I think they are the worst out of the 3 teams that will come up squad-wise. It's so I think they're gonna finish 18th. I think they'll just go down, not by much, but they will go down. So that's the relegation zone done. Right, next we are moving on to 17th all the way up to, I'd say, 13th. And then we'll move on to mid-table, 12th and to about 8th, and then top 7. So, in 17th, I have put Southampton. I think they're going to stay up just a bit, because it's just a matter of time before they go down. They've got a decent squad, I'd say. But maybe I think it's good enough to stay up just. But I just don't think. They're just not that good. They literally used to have all those sorts of really good players. They used to have like Mane. All these players like Liverpool bought, Tottenham bought, all sorts of teams bought, and now their squad is still okay, but their manager, I don't know. Ralph Hasenhuttl, I think he can keep them up. I think he can get them higher up, but I just don't think they will, because they're Southampton and they'd like struggle. Literally, they went from finishing like 6th, 7th, 8th to about 17th. I actually don't know. But I think Southampton will finish 17th, just stay up. And we've got 16th, got Crystal Palace. I think they'll be fighting as well around there. Especially now they've lost Wan-Bissaka. I don't know about Zaha. If they lose Zaha, they're going to go down. So that might change them and Sheffield United, I think. Switch around. It's between them. I think Brighton will definitely go down. Newcastle, Sheffield United, Southampton, Crystal Palace, maybe Aston Villa will be around that area. But I'm not sure. But if Crystal Palace lose Zaha, I think they're going to go down. They've got Townsend, but their other strikers, Connor Wickham, 1 goal last season, injured all the time, so injury prone. And you've got Christian Benteke, 1 goal last season. That's 2 goals between their 2 strikers. Do you really expect them to keep them up? I don't think so. So we're going to move on to 15th, Aston Villa. Like I said, I think they're just going to be the best ones out of the relegation area, fighting. I think they're going to pull away a bit more. They have spent a lot. They've bought so many players. They might do a Fulham, because Fulham obviously finished 19th. I don't know what. I think I put Fulham 12th last season. I'm stupid, but they spent 100 million. Fulham went down because their players didn't gel. But I think Villa, I don't know if they will, but I think they're going to have a decent season. I think they will stay up for another season in the Premier League. So we're going to put Villa 15th. 14th, I put Burnley. Another solid season for Burnley. Around that mid-table area. Well, not mid-table, just a bit above the relegation. I don't think they're going to be in the relegation bit. They are normally to the start of the season, but then they get a bit better, start pulling away later in the season. So I just think Burnley will 14th. And then 13th, I put Norwich. They've got a decent squad. Last season they were playing brilliantly in the Championship. This is the Premier League, though. I don't think their squad's as good as Wolves, but I think it's good enough to stay up. I think it's better than all the teams below them. They are the best promoted team that's come up. They clearly are first. I know I said Sheffield United not as good as Villa, even though Villa finished 5th and Sheffield United finished 2nd, but I just think Villa, with these added acquisitions and the way Villa are better than Sheffield United. But enough talking about them two. Norwich, we're going to finish, especially with Pookie. I don't know, he hasn't been proven in the Prem, has he? He's just only 1 season in English football. Last season he scored about 29 goals or something ridiculous like that in the Championship. We'll see what he does this season. Normally players like that, they drop off a bit because the Premier League and Norwich are not a top 6 team, are they? So, but you never know. But I think Norwich 13th. Now we're going to move on to the 12th to 8th. Right, 12th place, Bournemouth, because Bournemouth always have a solid season. As long as they keep Wilson, Brooks, Fraser, they're good. I think if they lose, I don't know. I don't think they're going to lose any. I just think they have a solid mid-table. They are a mid-table team. I don't think they're relegation candidates, but I don't think they can get into that top half. I just don't think so. When their last 3 seasons, they finished 9th, 12th and 14th. They are slowly going down, but I think they'll go back up to 12th. As soon as the teams below them, I think they're better than them. Yeah, and then in 11th, I'll put Watford. They're going to be fine. I think Javi Gracia is starting to stay. You know, they used to sack managers every season. He's starting to build a squad, get a nice squad going. But they did end the season on a bad note last season, losing 6-0 in the FA Cup final to Man City. I know it's Man City, but you don't lose 6-0 in the FA Cup final, no matter who you are. But 11th was Watford. 10th, I put West Ham. Just another solid season for them with the acquisition of Haller, I don't know, from Frankfurt. If he starts firing, I think they can climb up a bit to maybe 8th or 7th. And they've obviously still got Felipe Anderson. They got rid of Arnautovic, who was causing them all sorts of problems. Obviously, West Ham, I'm a bit biased. I'm a Tottenham fan. I don't really like West Ham. But I think they'll finish 10th. I think they're a solid mid-table team. I don't think they're relegation, nowhere near that. But I think if they somehow can improve, get a bit higher up in the table, they can challenge. But right, we're going to move on to 9th, Everton. Every season they go, they think they're going to get in that top 4, break into that top 6. When they're not, they can't even get 7th. So I don't know how they're going to do that. But yeah, 9th Everton, I think they're going to do what they normally do. I don't know, just normal Everton season. You know how Everton are. So yeah, basically that. 8th Wolves. I think the Europa League will affect them at the start of the season. Hence how far they go. If they qualify for it, get in the group stage, I think it will affect them a bit. But their squad is quite big. It's probably as big as the top 6 squad. It's probably bigger than Chelsea's squad, to be honest. More depth in it. But I don't know. But I think they will, to the end, solidify that 8th. I don't know if they might get 7th again. I don't think they'll get in that top 6. But they might. Them or Leicester might. I don't know. But in 7th, like I said, Leicester City. I know I said I'd do this in a top 6, but no, just do 7th now. 7th, Leicester City. I just think Leicester are 7th. I think they're a decent team. I think they're better than Wolves this season, especially with Tillmans, Here's a Perez. If they keep Maguire, they'll be decent. If they get a few, maybe a couple more acquisitions. I can't say acquisitions. Yeah, they'll be. I think they maybe can break into that top 6. Around like the 5th and 6th spot, but I don't know. I think they're gonna finish 7th. I just think they're not at that level as the top 6. So moving on to the top 6. In 6th, I've got Chelsea. This is the big part of it. Chelsea, top 6 is so hard. I think below 3rd, I think maybe 2nd it's quite hard, I don't know. I think below 3rd it's quite hard. Those 3 teams, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United, I just think they're all quite even teams. With Arsenal, Chelsea obviously have to ban, the transfer ban. They can apparently buy players, but they can't add them to their squad till next summer. So it's kind of like, it's a bit weird. But obviously they've lost their manager. Sorry, they lost Hazard, their best player. And they can't sign players till they can't actually get the players till next summer. And they're relying on Batshuayi, Abraham, and that doesn't look great for Chelsea. That's why I put them 6th. Leicester could overtake them. I'm not sure though. I think Chelsea will break away from them. But in 5th, I've got Arsenal. Yeah, I know I'm a Spurs fan, maybe a bit biased, but it's so hard to predict them 3 below 3rd. Like, I don't know. Arsenal have obviously signed Saliba, Ceballos, and that Martinelli guy, I think. But I don't know. Don't ask why I know Arsenal signed. It's quite. But Saliba's gone back on loan to Saint Etienne. Ceballos is on loan, and Martinelli is a young player who I don't think will play every week. So, and then still not sorted their defence out. That's why I think they'll finish 5th. They might even finish 6th, but they need to sort their defence out. I don't know why I'm giving Arsenal tips, but I know I'm a Spurs fan. But if they want to get higher, they need to sort their defence out. So that's why I put Arsenal 5th. And then 4th, I put Man United. Nothing more to say, just Man United with their Wan-Bissaka and James. I think it's just so hard though. I just think Man United will get in there. Yeah, Solskjaer. I think Solskjaer, I don't know. We'll see. But I think Man United will finish 4th. I put them 3rd last season like an idiot, and they ended up finishing 6th. So I don't know. I just think Man United will finish 4th. I'm not sure if they've changed the top 3. No, I don't think so. But they have got some decent acquisitions in. They obviously beat Tottenham yesterday. I know it's only pre-season, but could be a sign, but I don't know. But we'll move on to 3rd. I have put Tottenham, my team. I do not think we're going to break in that top 2. I still think they're on a different level to us. We have caught them up a bit with doing Ndombele, and then obviously Jack Clark went back. But Ndombele, I think, and if we get Paulo Dybala, we have a real chance of getting that top 2. I don't know about 1st, but we can overtake 2nd. I'm not sure. If we get Paulo Dybala, though, that one puts on another level. He's a world-class player. Literally, I know he wasn't great last season, only because of Ronaldo, but he has quality. Yeah, exactly. And if we get Ryan Sessegnon as well, maybe Giovanni Lo Celso, and Paulo Dybala, maybe Eriksen Leeds, or we're going to have one. I'll say it's only going to be 2 of the 3. My preferred option would be Eriksen Dybala, because we'll be a 4-10, but I wouldn't mind Lo Celso if Eriksen leaves or we don't get Dybala. I don't know, but I just think we're going to finish 3rd. I don't think we can challenge Man City and Liverpool. I think they're still on a different level to us. Even if we get Dybala, I still think they're better than us. Because they have more solid defences, don't they? And, yeah. Moving on to 2nd, I put Liverpool. Sorry, but I just think Man City will win it again. Yeah, so Liverpool, 2nd. Yeah, they've got the same score as last season. They've got rid of Sturridge. I don't know what about Lallana. I don't even know. The only player that's signed is some youngster from PSV. Never heard of him. I don't know how they're gonna get better. If Man City are strengthening, I don't know how they're gonna. If they lost out on them last season, they're on pretty much the same level. Man City have got another player just to go. I just think Liverpool will miss out again. And then in 1st, Man City. Again, third season in a row. I got it 2 in a row. Last 2 seasons, I got Liverpool second, right. Yeah. Just nothing more to say. Man City, they've signed Rodri. They've spent another 70 million. They've bought Angelino at left back because Zinchenko is the only one who's like actually stay there because they've got rid of Delph and Mendy is injury prone. So I just think I don't see how Liverpool are going to overtake them. If Liverpool's only signed some young 17-year-old from PSV, Man City have signed another midfielder just to strengthen. And Man City beat them to it last season. I just think Man City will win it again. I don't know how much, but I think it won't be comfortable. But I think it'll be more comfortable than last season. Maybe 4 to 5 points. I'm not sure, but that is it for this video. Hope you liked. I've been droning on a bit, but I hope you liked this video and my Premier predictions. If you're looking what I'm looking at, yeah, I got a piece of paper. Sorry, yeah, I got a piece of paper. But that's my Premier League predictions. And if it comes to the time the teams are strengthened, I might change it. Like, I might do another video to change it. But that's it for now. I'll be back. I need to. I'll do transfer talk of Tottenham in a bit or later, whenever tomorrow. I don't know. So I'm going on holiday next week. Might be some vlogs coming out. We'll see. But 100th video. Peace.